for Axie Classic is underway, and there's a new site for Axie Classic. There are new tools we can use to improve our teams, and there are new teams that are doing well in the leaderboard. Let's take a look. So since I started working on this video, the leaderboard has seen some interesting changes. We started with the same kind of triple lunge teams, dusks, some backdoor birds, and a lot of discard teams. Now, when we look at the new leaderboard today, there are some changes. As you see at the top here, we have a lot of birds, a lot of double aquas, and that is all due to these players all reaching level 3 artifacts. We will jump into some of these teams in a moment, but let's quickly first look at the new Axie site and what tools on there can help us to build the best teams. First up, we have the card explorer. Now this is really nice for us to get into those individual parts that we want to change, possibly on a meta Axie to find something a bit cheaper, or if we want to know specifically about melee and ranged cards. This really helps us to learn about that. Now the new Axie site also has a leaderboard, but I still prefer the one we looked at earlier, as there you can see the teams and you can even click on them and go through to the market to find those Axies. But this leaderboard has a very cool function, and that is its search. So let's jump into that leaderboard and take a look at some of the teams that stood out to me. Now the first player we want to look at here is Irrrb. He made it up to rank 35 on the leaderboard, and you can see his win percentage is 60%. That is amazing. Now when you look at his teams, you can see his most played team here is this plant with the double aquas, and when we go through, we look at the battle logs and we can click through. One of my favorite parts is to the different teams, and it shows you that he played 100 of the last 100 games with this team, and that means he won 60% with this team, not any other team. This team is very cheap. I mean, the plant you can find in the market for $5.5, and the other two aquas are also super cheap. You can probably get the whole team for under $15. Here's some gameplay to see how he put this team to use. Now the next team that also made it to the leaderboard yesterday was Emerson. He's playing with a triple aqua team. Now this triple aqua has a bit more of a meta to it, as it has the Babylonia aqua in the middle, and at the front we have an aqua with catfish and Babylonia. Now this one comes in at about $6 with the Babylonia midline at $9, but this team is also under $20. Now this is where the feature of these teams on the Axie Classic site becomes pretty valuable. As you see when we scroll down, he also played with the bird and the teal shell plant in the middle, but if you scroll even further down, you see that his third team is again this aqua team. So he played at least 60% of his games, getting to rank 58 with this aqua team. The triple lunge can obviously go different, but I want to give credit to him for how well he played that first round with energy. Now let's look at some new trends. This season many players will reach level 3 artifacts, and we already see that on the leaderboard with some of those birds and aquas in the backline. In my own experiments, such as this clip, you can see how a beast artifact can make an aqua hit 600 damage against a plant. Since most players use artifacts for attacking advantage, very few players equip plant or reptile artifacts. For this reason, I think that aquas and birds will continue to grow in strength, but I do think that at some point people will start using the artifacts more defensively. Now let's take a look at this clip from JCCYN, who's at the top of the log. I think he's number 3 now, who used a 4-card artifact combo to take out a reflectile. I started this season with a poison plant at the front and 2 dusks, but I've decided to pick up some aquas and see if I can have similar success to the players we have here at the top of the log using them. I hope you have your team ready and you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like.